And just as a side point, the storm we had the end of September 2024 eroded the land here. This building was done maybe a year ago, and the earth just didn't settle well, and they did not put cement there, they just did stone, but it has eroded tons of earth from our property. So I don't know, because our property goes to that tree right there, so right across here, that's all our property. So we don't know how to address that with these people, and you know, you want to be a nice neighbor. So, but there's the lake, beauteous. Okay, so we are cleaning out underneath the lake house property, and it was kind of a mess, but we did a lot of the clean out, and they're picking stuff up. We organized it a little bit better, as you can see over there. It may not look good, but it's better, take my word for it. The guy that owned this place must have collected golf balls or played golf, I don't know. There must be 500 golf balls here, and this is only half of them. Like I said, they're picking garbage up, and it'll be great for them to take this junk. Oh, there's the toilet. There's the cabinet for the sink. Here's a piece for the fan. We're gonna be moving this huge couch, and we're gonna disconnect this. It's a vent-free propane heater, and we don't care for them because they kind of stink. But in addition to that, we took out that bed frame that was here, disconnected this washer dryer system, and also everything in the bathroom: toilet, sink, vanity, lights. Some of these fixtures, light sockets and outlets, which were in good shape, took those. This is going to be totally destroyed. And it's too bad about this shower, because these are real tiles. We found them below in the basement. I don't think they can be recovered. We will come back and take this ceiling down, because I think we can use that for something also. Just want to give you an update on some of the things in this community, and this was a major landslide from just too much water, and it went down, oh boy, I don't know how many feet, but across the road, and it ripped out a lot of the infrastructure in this community. It went right down to the base where there is a golf course. This is another shot of a different landslide. I think we had 3 major landslides in this particular development. And, well, that's the way they look. And that RV was lucky, because it could have been toast, but it was spared. And it is also fall, so we are doing some cleanup while Virginia's blowing leaves, so she's doing the cleanup. She seems to like doing the blowing of leaves, so she's got this really heavy-duty blower. And it's the same one she used to keep the fire at the river property ignited, and it's very powerful, and she just, I think, loves the results of it and how effective it is. So today I am going to take off this trim, because that's where the bend is outside, and I'm also going to peel up part of this floor right in the middle, because I think that's where it slides in. And I think this is a slide in, not a tip in, because of the shape of the roof. There's a split right here, and this is where I'm going to cut it, because I think the tip in is right underneath this. So I'll cut the tongue off here, cut the tongue off here, and see if I can get this out. And I'll do that all the way along this section, all the way along that section down to there. I discovered when I took that strip off was this is a hinge. So this side is a tip-in. So we have to figure out, I'll take this whole strip out and then, that whole strip all the way down to the bedroom and then figure out what to do at the top. So we found that this is a tip-in. We thought it was a slide-in, but it turns out it is not. It is a tip-in because that is a big
Right here.
hinge. So
I had to go in the closet and see.
difficult thing is we have to take off the closet, which is all of this here. That, because there's no seam on that. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty big dismantling. But somebody can put it together and do what they want to do with it. So we're going to continue to work on this.
So today I had good news and good news and good news when I called the prospective owner of this and found out the guy that was going to move it said he had bad news. And the bad news is they don't want it. So we were in here trying to figure out how to get the slide outs in, if they're slide outs, if they're tip-ins.
They're tip-ins.
So before we found out that news, we found out we were so excited that they're tip-ins because now we can get it delivered, tip it in, put the wheels on, haul it away. So I just had a discussion with them. I haven't heard back yet, so we're still taking it apart. We're not sure if we should scrap it, if we should give it to this woman, if she's still going to want it. But right now we've got the floor taken apart, which isn't a big fix. It can be fixed, but obviously this is a tip-in because that's a hinge, so it folds in. The problem is they must have added on the closet.
When they delivered it, however many years ago, they added the closet because you can see right there, the closet sticks into the RV further than the hinge bend.
So they must have added that part in. So I think the hinge maybe goes all the way through. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I was going to take that off. Now you've got cabinets there that you need to disassemble because they're sticking out too far. You know, everything has to come in so that it can go down the road at 8 feet instead of 14 or 12 feet, whatever this is. So
12.
So anyway, kind of disappointing, but at the same time, we got to figure out whether or not we're going to continue to demolish it here or hire somebody that can grab it, throw it in a dumpster, and haul it away. So
Well, it's
kind of
you'd have to come in
twisted turn
parts.
of things, but that's what happens when you get into renovations and you run into issues like this. And you know, we had one person that was interested, they didn't want it. We had another person that was interested, not naming any names because they're still good people that just are overwhelmed with stuff and overwhelmed with this project, and this is the way it goes sometimes. So let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think, what you would do if you had this trailer. Would you try to continue to donate it to somebody, or would you just do away with it and have them
Scrap it.
Scrap it. So let us know what you think. Thank you.
So we took the cruddy old painted mantle off of this, and I'll rebuild it with something much cooler. That's what's left of the mantle. But it's all oak, so I think it's worth keeping. So what we realized is this framework is attached to the frame of this whole slide out, or push in, tip in this case. And it's wide enough so it pushes up against this piece here and hold it in place. So this whole frame will come forward on this entire length of this all the way down there. The whole thing will come in at the same time. But this section here, especially this section here where the closet is, that all has to get removed. So that's what I'm working on now. Virginia's trying to pick up this floor so she can see underneath of it. Did you try the which piece do you got? No, not that one, use the other one. That's it. Okay, we're gonna cut away that flooring and see if the, what do you call it's under it, the hinge. I think it is. I see a bump there. So dark. Okay, it's like it's right where your hand is. It's right where your hand is.
Yeah, I don't feel anything. There's nothing here.
There's a bump. It's gotta be. We'll peel it off. Let's see. nothing. That's the hinge right there. That's the hinge you're touching. So the hinge does run straight through. Wow. Yeah. So this closet's got to come out, which we're working on now. So I've taken off a lot of the molding, the doors. Virginia's working on that. She just wanted to see if it was connected, and it had to be connected. So the hinge runs the entire length from up here, from way up there to way back there. It's one long hinge, like a piano hinge. It's a little rusted, but I'm sure it'll still work. But it goes underneath this door here and this cabinet. So these things have to get removed, which is what we're doing now. Just taking this out to the dump because they're picking up junk. So that is that. I think that, well, what's weird is it comes in there, but this has got to come off because this is where it bends. So this has to come off. So this is a bit rusty, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Probably spray a little WD-40 on that and it'll move. Just got to get people on the outside of this wall pushing that way. Now the thing is, so I look at this piece up here will come in and rest over here. So it's not going to go in flat or flush. It's going to stick out a little bit. But that's the design here. As far as I can see, unless all of this gets removed too, but this is the bathroom, but I don't think that that's going to happen. But anyway, we got all the stuff that would be in the way off. So this piece can now flip in, tip in, they call them tip ins. And this frame holds the outside of that tip in. It's at this end and at that end, down there. Virginia's working. So this big job finished. This cord coming down was a light switch. I'm thinking for that light. And I guess when they get there, they can do something else with this. Maybe leave it open. It actually looks better open. You know, it's the inside of the closet. They could leave that there. Do whatever, paint it. Whatever, they don't even need to hook up the light. But you know, you got some options now, and I could do this. I could figure out how to make this work. Put 2x4 here or a 2x2 here, and then another wall out to here maybe, and just leave this open. And the same thing over there, 2x2. You know. Although that's pretty ratty over there. That's pretty ratty right there, so I don't know if I'd want it.
He's the third one now. Says that...
Fourth.
Fourth one?
Fourth one.
Whatever. We had three different people, two people look at it. Anyway. And he said he's got a guy that knows how to move them too and has moved them. But we've heard that before and we know how that goes. So we're just trusting the Lord that he's going to come through and this nice park model is going to find a good home to a family that needs it. Because it is a roof over their heads and it's a decent park model. It looks so much better, Mel, in terms of what happened here. You know, I mean, this is like a full wall, so they can put whatever they want on it. And if they're handy, it wouldn't take much to make this place look pretty spiffy.
Like I said earlier, a carpenter can really make this place nice.
You know, and this thing runs the whole length of the RV.
Right.
I've never seen before, but it's going to take a lot of guys to tip it in. And once it gets tipped in, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. But maybe it comes off. I don't know.
I don't think that it tips in far.
That piece of wood may have to come out. So if they cut that, I don't know. I don't know how that works because it's partitioned down there.
If you cut that, then you cut the roof, and you can't do
we
that.
don't want to do that. So we don't know much about the park model, so we're going to leave it to these guys.
I believe
they know what they're doing.
I believe that this is probably a it's pretty thick. I don't know how thick this is. Maybe it's probably a 1 by, well, 6 5/8, maybe from here to here. Not sure, but I believe this wood frames the entire slide out, which this is the slide out. But it's not a slide out, it's a tip-in. So I believe that frames the entire tip-in, and it actually rests against the interior part of the trailer. I think I showed you that earlier. And I think that's how it works. But I'm going to send it to a friend of mine who knows a lot more about trailers than me. This is a shot of the outside of the trailer where I believe these two sections came together. So they melded the top part together with that little strip. But as you'll see in the next video, that all changed because that thing was very permanent. Like I said, they did it to keep it here forever and ever. And it's been here a while. But you'll see in the next video how we did end up taking this thing apart. And lastly, we had a bunch of the stuff that we had left over removed. That thing right there is the washing machine and dryer in one. We're going to load that up and take it somewhere else. The wood that came off of the roof is being organized and stored off to the side. We emptied out the underside. We took off the plumbing that was going to be reused possibly, and just organized and cleaned up the entire area so it was neatly organized and actually made our neighbors happy. So anyway, we're in the process of doing that, and later you'll see how we pulled up this floor and the ceiling in the other room, and my guy's going to come back and take out all of that glass. And in the meantime, we tried to relax a little and have a fire. So today, using these tools and more, I'm going to take down this wood and the ceiling, and also the ceiling in that room over there. Should come down pretty fast.
Demolition day, one of my favorites.
This stuff came down very easily. It was not put up well. I guess good enough, but yeah, came down really fast. I think we've been working for about 15 minutes. We got this far. Pretty amazing. So we got this room done, and we got the bathroom done, and took all that bathroom stuff out. I saved the fixture that was on the wall here. Look at this. Unbelievable. Anyway, saved all that, got rid of the tiling. It was junk. Now I'm trying to get this floor out, which I'm thinking is going to be quite heavy. We'll see. We pulled up the floor. That was the floor in this floor came out of that room over there. All of that flooring came off of this floor. So we're gonna move it, stack it away.